30. Rockefeller Plaza, also known American Samoa. The Comcast building is a 66-story Art Deco skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan. Building 1933, it was the third tallest building in the world when it opened. The building is known as the former headquarters of RCA and General Electric, and is now the headquarters of NBC. Its nickname 30 Rock inspired the sitcom of the same name. Today, 30 Rockefeller Plaza is the 28th tallest building in New York City and the 65th tallest in the United States. It is an architectural landmark and an important business and cultural center. 40 Wall Street, also known American Samoa. The Trump Building is a 927-foot tall neo-Gothic skyscraper in Manhattan's financial district. Built between 1929 and 1930, it originally served as the headquarters of the Manhattan Company. Today, 40 Wall Street is a bustling business and cultural center. It houses offices, stores, restaurants, and even a museum. It is a popular destination for tourists and locals. Although 40 Wall Street is no longer the tallest building in New York City, it remains one of the city's most iconic and recognizable skyscrapers. Known as the Yenga Building, 56 Leonard Street features an unusual design reminiscent of the game Yenga. The facade of the building consists of different sized blocks that protrude from the building at different angles. The building is a popular apartment building with 145 apartments and various amenities such as a swimming pool, fitness center, and rooftop terrace. 56 Leonard Street has been honored with a number of awards, including the Emporis Skyscraper Award in 2018. West Street is the global headquarters of investment banking firm Goldman Sachs. The building is located on West Street, between Vesey and Murray Streets in Lower Manhattan. The skyscraper was designed by Henry N. Cobb of A. Cobb Freed and Partners in conjunction with Adamson Associates Architects. Construction began in 2005 after New York and state officials provided Goldman Sachs with large subsidies to finance the project. The building was completed in 2009 and became the tallest building in Battery Park City. It has 44 stories and a total of 2.3 million square feet. The building houses the offices of Goldman Sachs as well as a number of other companies. 200 West Street is one of the most famous buildings in Battery Park City and is considered one of the most prestigious office buildings in New York City. Madison Avenue, formerly known American Samoa. The Bear Stearns Building is a skyscraper located in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 2002 for Bear Stearns, a financial services company. The skyscraper was designed by architect David Childs of Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, SOM. The building has 47 stories and a total area of 1.8 million square feet. The building housed Bear Stearns World Headquarters until 2008, when Bear Stearns collapsed and was sold to J.P. Morgan Chase. Since then, J.P. Morgan's investment banking division has occupied the building. 383 Madison Avenue is one of the most prominent buildings in Midtown Manhattan and is considered one of the most prestigious office buildings in New York City. Park Avenue is a residential skyscraper located in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 2015 and at the time of completion was the third tallest building in the United States and the tallest residential building in the world. The skyscraper was designed by architect Raphael Vignoli. The building has 85 floors and a total floor area of 1.2 million square feet. There are 104 apartments in the building, with an average cost estimated to be in the tens of millions of dollars. 432 Park Avenue is one of the most prominent buildings in Midtown Manhattan and is considered one of the most prestigious residential buildings in New York City. As of 2023, 432 Park Avenue is the sixth tallest building in the United States, the fifth tallest building in New York City, and the third tallest residential building in the world. 1251 Avenue of the Americas, formerly known as the Exxon Building, is a skyscraper located in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 1974 and is one of the most famous buildings in Midtown Manhattan. The skyscraper was designed by architect Edward Gurrell Stone. The building has 54 floors and a total area of 2.2 million square feet. The facade of the building is in the international style and is a simple cuboid devoid of any ornamentation. The vertical facade consists of alternating narrow bends of glass and limestone. The building contains office space as well as first-floor retail space. 1251 Avenue of the Americas is one of the most prestigious office buildings in New York City. The plaza in front of the building features a bronze statue titled Out to Lunch by John Seward Johnson II. The statue depicts a businessman sitting on a bench with a sandwich in his hand. Citigroup Center, formerly Citicorp Center, is an office skyscraper located in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 1977 and is one of the most famous buildings in Midtown Manhattan. The skyscraper was designed by architect Hugh Stubbins. The building has 59 floors and a total area of 1.3 million square feet. The facade of the building is made of aluminum and glass. The building has a distinctive shape that tapers toward the top. The building contains office space as well as retail space on the first floors. Citigroup Center is one of the most prestigious office buildings in New York City. Citigroup Center was the first skyscraper in New York City to exceed 1,000 feet in height. The building was also the first skyscraper to utilize variable air volume, VAV, air conditioning. Bank of America Tower, also known as One Bryant Park, is a skyscraper located in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 2009 and is one of the tallest buildings in New York City. The skyscraper was designed by architects Coop Fox and Adamson Associates. The building has 55 floors and a total area of 2.1 million square feet. The facade of the building is made of glass and metal. The building has a distinctive shape that tapers toward the top. The Bank of America Tower is one of the most environmentally friendly skyscrapers in the world. The building has been awarded LEED Platinum certification for its energy efficiency and sustainability. Carnegie Hall is a world-famous concert venue in New York City. It was built in 1891 and is recognized as a National Historic Landmark. It has 3 concert halls with impeccable acoustics. The greatest musicians of all time have performed on the stage of Carnegie Hall. The hall is home to its own artistic programs, presenting approximately 250 concerts a year. Carnegie Hall remains one of the most prestigious and acoustically perfect concert halls in the world. Spire is an 814-foot, 248 tall, 75-story mixed-use skyscraper located at 150 West 56th Street in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Designed by Murphy/John Architects and built in 1990, it was the second tallest concrete tower in the United States after Sears Tower. Or Times Square, also known as 151, is a 48-story skyscraper with a height of 809 feet, 247 to the roof and 1,118 feet, 341 to the antenna. Located in Times Square in Midtown Manhattan, New York City, it was designed by Fox and Fellow and developed by the Durst Organization. The building occupies an entire city block along with the Bank of America Tower to the east. State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper with a height of 1,250 feet, 380 to the roof and 1,454 feet, 443.2 to the antenna. Located in the center of Manhattan, New York City, it was designed by Shreve, Lamb and Harmon and built between 1930 and 1931. The Empire State Building was the tallest building in the world until 1970, when the first World Trade Center tower was erected. After the September 11, 2001 attacks, it again became New York City's tallest building until 2012, when it was surpassed by One World Trade Center. As of 2022, it is the 7th tallest building in New York City, the 9th tallest completed skyscraper in the United States, and the 54th tallest in the world. MetLife, Inc., the holding company of Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, MLIC, better known as MetLife, and its affiliates. MetLife is one of the world's largest providers of insurance, annuities, and employee benefit programs with 90 million customers in more than 60 countries. The company was founded on March 24, 1868. In 2018, MetLife ranked 43rd on the Fortune 500 list of the largest U.S. corporations by total revenue. Times Building is a 52-story skyscraper located at 620 8th Avenue in New York City. The building's primary tenant is the New York Times Company, publisher of the newspaper of the same name. The building is 1,046 feet, 318.8 m, tall to the top, with a roof height of 748 feet, 228 m. The building was designed by Renzo Piano and Fox and Fowle and constructed by the New York Times Company, Forest City Ratner and Ing Real Estate. The interiors are divided into separate ownership units, with the Times Company managing the lower office floors and Brookfield Properties managing the upper floors. As of 2023, the New York Times Building is tied with the Chrysler Building as the 12th tallest building in the city. Manhattan Square is an 847-foot, 258 m, tall residential skyscraper located at 225 Cherry Street or 252 South Street in the Two Bridges neighborhood of Manhattan, New York City. The building was constructed by Excel on the site of the former Pathmark grocery store, which was demolished in 2014. Construction began in 2014 and was completed in August 2019. The building consists of a main tower and a 13-story affordable housing component located separately. The main tower is the tallest building in the area, far surpassing the Manhattan Bridge, 336 feet or 102 meters. One Manhattan Square was completed in September 2017 and will be fully operational in August 2019. The Chrysler Building is an Art Deco skyscraper located on the east side of Manhattan in New York City, at the intersection of 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. With its 1,046 feet, 319 meters, in height, it is the tallest steel-framed brick building in the world. Upon completion in 1930, the Chrysler Building was the tallest building in the world for 11 months until it was surpassed by the Empire State Building. As of 2019, the Chrysler Building is the 12th tallest building in the city, tied with the New York Times Building. AXA Equitable Center is an office skyscraper located at 787 7th Avenue between 51st and 52nd Streets, in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The building was constructed in 1986 and was designed by Edward Larrabee Barnes and is 752 feet, 229 m, tall with 54 floors. Equitable Center West was developed by the Equitable Life Assurance Society, later renamed Equitable Holdings, part of AXA, next to the existing Equitable skyscraper at 1285 Avenue of the Americas. 8. Spruce Street is one of the tallest residential towers in the world. When it opened in February 2011, it was the tallest residential tower in the Western Hemisphere. The building was developed by Forest City Ratner and designed by Frank Gehry Architects. The building is 879 feet, 268 m, tall and has 76 stories. The skyscraper's frame is made of reinforced concrete, and its form follows the architectural style of deconstructivism. Apart from an elementary school owned by the Ministry of Education and entry-level retail, the tower has only residential rental units. OME 57 is a 75-story, 1,005-foot, 306 m, ultra-tall skyscraper located at 157 West 57th Street between 6th and 7th Avenues, in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of Manhattan, New York City. The building was developed by the development company Excel and designed by Christian de Port-Sampart. It was the first ultra-luxury condominium tower on a stretch of 57th Street called Billionaires Row. The building has 92 condominiums above the 210-room Park Hyatt Hotel, which is Hyatt's flagship. Trump World Tower is a residential condominium building located at 845 United Nations Plaza on 1st Avenue between 47th and 48th Streets in the Turtle Bay neighborhood of Midtown Manhattan, New York City. The tower was designed by Donald Trump and built between 1999 and 2001. It is 72 stories high and 262 meters, 863 feet, tall. There are 380 apartments in the building, including an 18,000 square foot, 1,700 square meters, penthouse that was once occupied by Trump himself. 3. World Trade Center, 3 WTC, is a skyscraper built as part of the new World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, New York City. The tower is located on Greenwich Street along the east side of the World Trade Center site. The building was designed by Roger Sturt Harbor and Partners, and is managed by Silverstein Properties under a ground lease with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, Pan & J, the landowner. It is 1,079 feet, 329 m, tall and has 80 floors. As of 2023, it is the 9th tallest building in the city. 3. The WTC is the tallest building in the World Trade Center complex and the 3rd tallest building in New York City after World Trade Center 1 and World Trade Center 4. World Trade Center 1, also known as One World Trade, 1 WTC, and formerly called the Freedom Tower, is the main building of the redeveloped World Trade Center complex in Lower Manhattan, New York City. The building was designed by David Childs of Skidmore, Owings and Merrill and is the tallest building in the United States, the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, and the 7th tallest in the world. The super tall structure bears the same name as the North Tower of the original World Trade Center. The new skyscraper stands in the northwest corner of the 16-acre, 6.5 ha, World Trade Center site, on the site of the original World Trade Center 6. World Trade Center 1 is 1,776 feet, 541 m, tall with 110 floors. The building contains office space, retail stores, restaurants, and an observation deck.